Back with more Resident Evil 3. Before we start up, while I'm waiting for people to just like kind of filter on in, I thought I would take a look at some of the bonuses. There's like some concept art, like Carlos, Nemesis. So you can see here very clearly that Nemesis is just in like a bunch of bags, trash bags, and that his weird chest thing, one of his main weak points. You can see that a little more clearly than you can in the game. Trash bags and staples, says Onlurin. Yep. How do I sound? Can you hear me well enough? I'm a little further away from the mic than I have been the last few times I streamed. So this is just Raccoon City concept art. This is Jill's apartment, and the finished product is pretty similar. Onlurin says, I can hear you fine. Okay. I guess this is just like a random apartment that we don't ever see, but maybe it's one of the ones that you like. This is the loading dock area that you see Dario in, and you're only there for like a couple seconds, as opposed to the original game where you duck in there, and I guess Jill's there for like at least a couple hours or something. It's not entirely clear how long she's there, and then you can walk around this area a little bit more. There's a save room up in that control room area that you don't actually get to go to in this version of the game. Moon's Donuts. I don't think all this astronaut stuff was quite as visible. Stogla, which I don't think we really got to visit any gas stations. There's like a clothing store, which maybe was like I don't know if they were thinking of keeping the original idea from Resident Evil 3 of like changing Jill's costumes at the dress store or whatever, but maybe that's why that was done. Hospital. That's all we've got so far right now with concept art. We've got some character models, so we have hit the wrong button. Classic Jill, and at least right now there's no animations. There were in Resident Evil 2, but it doesn't seem like they animate in the viewer now. Some Carlos. I guess that's probably spoilers. So Marvin, poor Marvin. Robert Kendo. Zombie Dog. What is this? Stage 2 Nemesis, who we just fought, and Charlie Doll. So more of these things unlock as you get through the game and complete these like records and challenges. We've got a lot of these. Some of these are done, some of these aren't. Alright, that is enough of that. Let us continue on. So the game is setting up our current situation and stakes. Carlos has gone into a facility underneath the hospital, an umbrella facility, and Jill is going after him. There's a missile set to destroy the city in a few hours' time. Carlos has gone after a vaccine. Jill is going to go try and help. The door is closed. So I have heard a rumor that Nemesis can chase you, in the earlier parts of Nemesis, can chase you into save rooms. Oh, that's Nikolai. He's watching us. Alright. Oh, so we gotta jump down there, okay. And then there's no way back up, it's a one-way trip, huh?
I must admit, I respect your tenacity, but I'm afraid our game's ended here.
You think this is over?
Alright, how do I sound in comparison to the game audio? Oh. So that put us immediately into caution, jeez. Hold on, it says everything's a bit loud, but I can just turn down Twitch's audio. Does that include my commentary? It is a little loud too. Oh, jeez, zombie dog. Oh, I don't have any healing, so this is not good. Enemies keep creeping up on me too.
Dead end. No, wait.
Alright, so I know that there's like an achievement for getting through this part in like 5 minutes or something, but this is my first playthrough, so I'm not doing that quite yet. Let's go up here real quick too. Anything up here? Oh, there may have been something over there. There's a door here. Oh, bunch of zombies, huh? Alright, well. Oh, what was that? I don't even know what happened there. Well, I'm dead. That was really drawn out. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with are the pale heads. Their rapid movements make them difficult to hit. So we need to put the 3 fuses in here. So where did that pale head even come from before? Oh, it was up there, I see. It's not dead. Man, that can take a lot of punishment. Okay, so we got 17 rounds now. The shotgun. So this is where, like, I got ambushed by a couple of dogs, right? Oh, really? I even had my gun pulled up and everything, and it still got me. Where's the other one? You coming? I mean, that dog probably wouldn't have been a problem, but whatever. How much ammo do I have? 15 rounds? That's fine.
Dead end. No, wait.
Oh, there's a red herb right here. That's good. Didn't see that before. Is there anything on these crates? I don't remember there being anything there. Alright, my caution status now. Which isn't too bad. Some handgun ammo. Okay, we probably should go through here first, just to see if there's anything in here that's worth getting. Alright. Well, that is why we brought the grenade launcher. Or at least why I brought the grenade launcher. Playing the though. I made it to M2. Male 52, female 32. Discarded, male 60, female 89. Alright. Return female 8, uninfected. Preemptively dispose of any over 30 years of age. Nightly transfer observed by nurse. Missions at underground facility temporarily halted. Okay, so that's just sort of talking about the disposal of patients from that hospital we have heard about. Is this... Oh, I can just go straight down there, okay. Where does this go? This, I think, heads back out. The safe room. Nice. Alright, we can put away this pistol ammo then. And this red herb. Well, would be better to just mix this. And keep it on us, just in case. We have a ton of mine rounds. I kind of feel like I should be taking mine rounds with me, but I also think I should probably mix more acid rounds. And then I'm gonna mix more shot. Well, do I want to mix more shotgun rounds, or do I want to wait to see if I can mix more magnum rounds? Not sure either way. But let's make a save here. We can also, I guess... Oh, the Palehead is still down here, right? Yeah. That thing's still alive. I was gonna say we could go put in one of the fuses while we're here, but we may as well just hold off on that until we've got all of the fuses. So we should have the inventory capacity for that. If not, then... that'll be a problem. Okay. Alright. So this is a pretty sprawling complex, huh? Where does this go? Yeah, I can't even really tell where everything goes. Oh, yeah, more high-grade powder, so that could be used to make magnum rounds. Okay, so this probably is a door that we need to have power restored to open. Oh. Alright. Okay, well, that wasn't too bad, although that was maybe one extra explosive round I didn't need to waste, but... Okay, let's just use this right now. What did I pick up there overall? Okay, bunch of gunpowder, so I will at least do that, and then I'll save this one to make magnum rounds. So I'm just gonna do that right now. Okay. I don't know if this needs to be lowered again, but it doesn't need to be raised, so I may as well lower it. Let's combine these. Throw that into our inventory. Box of holding. I may as well grab some flame rounds out of here. And I guess I'll make another save just in case. First playthrough, saving a ton. Don't want to get too punished for mistakes. I have a lot less healing than I did at the end of Resident Evil 2. I don't know how close to the end of the game I am, but feels like we're coming close to a climax. How's everybody doing today on this Tuesday afternoon? Thank you for joining me for more Resident Evil 3. Will this go anywhere interesting? I think you're alive. No. Is this somewhere we already were? Yeah, okay, never mind. This was just... shell holder. Oh, okay. Alright. Actually, real quick, let's take that off because I'm not actually sure what that did. I don't actually know what the shell holder did. Apparently the barrel is the only thing we can take off. I'm good, waiting until night falls in Animal Crossing so I can grind out some tarantulas. Doesn't say in the bottom left. It kinda does. 6 round capacity, 12 gauge pump action, it's great control and light pelt, grabbing it. Must have been fighting many foes. I just missed specifically what it said for the shell holder. When I clicked on it, it had something in the bottom left. Oh, there it is. Increases reload speed. Okay, yeah, thank you, Honor, and I missed that. Alright. More gunpowder. Oh. Ah, okay, so now she just jams them all in at once. Second fuse. I must have just missed one. Maybe there was actually one over there that I just didn't see. What red lights are left? Okay, yeah, so there was one over there and I just missed it when I went over there. flashlight. So I've heard the harder difficulties are pretty significantly different, like a lot harder. I've watched a little bit of the beginning of like Inferno, which is, so the difficulties are assisted, standard, hardcore, nightmare, Inferno, and you have to beat the previous difficulty to unlock the next difficulty. So even though we will finish this on standard, we will not unlock nightmare until hardcore is finished.
Alright, here goes.
And I kind of understand what people have been saying about this version of RE3's standard being like pretty easy compared to Resident Evil 2's, but I actually think that it's not that it's easier. I think it's just because the game is shorter. Let's check our game clock real quick. So we're a little under 5 hours according to the timer there, which I don't think is going to be an unusual play time. I think there's going to be a lot of people who have I've seen a lot of people whose initial playthroughs were around like 8-ish hours. That's including like the cutscene watch time, and the in-game timer doesn't count cutscenes. But I think we're gonna fare a little bit better than that. I meant to grab my pistol. But, man, that thing really crept up on me fast. I guess it was walking towards me while I was jumping down. Whoa. There's the fuse box. Oh man. Good thing I saved. Yeah, I think it's another death. Alright. Well, that was an interesting one. Okay, yeah, that death was pretty silly. It's okay though. Okay, I'm just gonna try to snipe this pale head from up here. Wow, can take quite a beating. Alright, well, it's still kicking. It'd be really annoying if this is some sort of terrible thing where, like, its damage is getting reset when I go inside or something. Okay, well, it's still alive. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's like getting fully healed when I go in there. That's, like, really shitty. Didn't seem like flame rounds were... Oh, I missed. Total whiff there. Didn't seem like flame rounds are doing very much to these. Well, I thought flame rounds would be slightly more useful against them, but... Onlearn says... Oh, Onlearn further explains why that death was silly. How's that zombie jill going to infect people if the mouth thing is already wrapped around her head?
Shit, he got away.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what
What's
to tell
he
you.
doing in here?
Alright, let's see. Put acid rounds in here. Gonna stow those. Pull back out my explosive rounds. Maybe one hand grenade. I don't know that there's like a boss fight coming up, but doesn't seem inconceivable that there might be one. Yeah, it's hard to say about the infection stuff too because we don't entirely understand the vector by which it infects people, as we sort of talked about before. Ooh, extended barrel for the Desert Eagle. Cool. May as well save again, just so if we die, we don't forget to pick that up, because that would kind of suck. Definitely done stuff like that before. Yeah, you know, maybe I will grab one more bit of healing, too. Is there something I'm missing here? Unfinished activity log. Okay, so this is, I guess, Nikolai's log about things that have happened. Infiltrated Raccoon City, disturbances sporadic. 5 RPD officers engaging a pack, 20 strong. Officers annihilated in 20 minutes. Test run at University. Diverted pack, including canines, to campus. 64% infection and conversion in 2 hours. No survivors. Right. Diverted pack towards command post. Night skirmish. Confined area with large number of combatants. Video attached. 7 survivors at the end of that skirmish. I would assume this is the UBCS group Nikolai was attached to, including Carlos. Unknown bioweapon deployed at point D18. Tracking it per orders. It appears to be on the hunt. So this is probably Nemesis. 2 eyes on a stars. Male. Infected and female. Bioweapon is pursuing the female. So this is Brad and Jill. This is on the 28th. That's the when the game starts. Jill Valentine made contact with MV Platoon. That's when we meet Carlos. Bioweapons appearance and behavior are consistent with Project N, which I think is the Tyrant project, which includes Mr. X. Observed bioweapon wielding conventional weapons. Seems to be strongly fixated on terminating JV and knows the city layout. Evidence it can be imprinted. So it's interesting too that Nikolai, uh, Umbrella has a lot of moving parts and most of them don't communicate. There's a lot of compartmentalization based on what the games tell us. There's only a few characters that are like really in the know about all of it. Wesker is often portrayed as a JV by CO, a soldier in MV platoon. So that's Carlos saving Jill. Jill expected to be fit for combat approximately 20 hours post-exposure. It seems clear the bioweapon is Project N. Oh, so Project N is just is the Nemesis project. Contact with JV causes it to change and evolve. Will induce further encounters to obtain more precise data. Okay, so that's like a partial explanation of why Nemesis is here. Onlearn says, it seems like the protagonists of the series are more in the know about what Umbrella is doing than the actual heads of Umbrella. Yeah, and that might also partially be because of the documents that the characters and by proxy we the players get to see. We get to see more of the documents than apparently most of the people that work for Umbrella.
They're willing to negotiate. They'll call off the strike if, and this is one big ass if, we can deliver the vaccine to them before they launch.
How long do we have?
Hours, maybe.
Then let's not waste one more second.
This way.
Get the vaccine. Go with Terrell. So, I don't want to be a downer, but
We'll find the vaccine up ahead.
we're not going to complete our mission. At least not this mission of getting the vaccine to them before they launch. Terrell seems like he's seen better days. We do too, but
Sure you don't need to stop?
Stop and do what? I got your back.
All right, let's get this done.
I mean, it's pretty clear he's probably infected. It's not really clear why he's not just like letting us go without him, so he can maybe hold down something else. But I mean, I appreciate his dedication. Oh, that's Nemesis.
Keep going. We're almost there.
Oh no. Well, that sucks. All these UBCS guys just keep getting sacrificed. Alright, vaccine time. The Pursuer. That wasn't the Pursuer. I've fought the Pursuer a number of times in Dark Souls 2. That was most definitely not the Pursuer. You dead? Okay, another safe room. Another log. Nest 2 employee regulations. Ah, so this is Nest 2. Specifically a T-virus research facility. Focus on real-world use cases. I guess the other place is a bioengineering lab. The Nest under Raccoon City in Resident Evil 2. Nest 2 map. Alright, so we still have quite a big facility to explore. Alright, so we actually have a lot more of the game left than I thought we did. It might actually be worth it to take one of the handguns with us, but it'll just take up so much inventory space. Although, yeah, it'll take up a lot of inventory space. high grade, another high grade gunpowder. So let's see. We have one high grade, so we can make some more shotgun rounds, but I think I will still hold off until closer to the end of the game to try and make some more Magnum rounds. On the other hand, if I'm not actually using the Magnum, then there's no point making rounds for it. Okay, let's see, where are we? This is a dead-end hallway. Oh. Sometimes it's hard to predict what they're gonna actually do. Handgun ammo. Another memo. Isaac Graves' diary. Alright, so this is just someone talking about how terrible Umbrella is and how they didn't realize it was so bad and now they can't get out because the place is so dangerous. Okay. I am thinking about our resources. I think we're okay for now. Just got more handgun ammo though. Should be better saved if you... Okay. More high-grade gunpowder. That's good. More handgun ammo. That is obviously a zombie that's going to wake up. Almost certainly. More lore. Essay on vaccine synthesis. Oh, by Bard. To most efficiently synthesize a vaccine, both an antigen and an adjuvant are required. Antigen produces an immune response. Adjuvant increases the effects of such responses. Increased antibody. Combining these samples, you get a vaccine base. Processing through the machinery, you get vaccine. Okay, so there we go. Now we know how to make the vaccine.
Override key successfully generated.
What have we here?
Override key removed.
Okay, what's this? Emergency security key used in Nest 2 allows employees to override security protocols in the event of emergency evacuation. What was the USB like at this point? I mean, we had a USB drive in RE2. I would assume that this was a... I would assume this was a standard in use by 1998, but I don't know. Because by 2000 it definitely was a commonly used, like, device interface and like interface for different computer technology. I'm gonna guess that it's perfectly fine and not anachronistic. Is there somebody get down there? Didn't seem like I could get down there. Alloran says, from a quick Google search, it seems like USB became more widely adopted in 97. Okay, cool. That makes sense. But this must be like a very small USB key.
Override complete.
Okay. Oh, actually, while we're here, before we do that, let's see. Stow that. Thinking about resources. Alloran says, oh, I misread it. It was first widely used 1998, but it started receiving support 1997. Okay, so it makes sense that like an advanced computing facility like Umbrella would probably, or a facility that required advanced computing would probably have a pretty nice standard like USB in widespread use throughout its facility by then. It might be worth it just to take the Magnum out, actually. Use that. Well, we'll see. Oop. That's one of them pale heads. I don't even get the option to like kick him off. That other one's just kind of wandering off. What do I have in this? Explosive rounds? Oh man. I don't need to fight every one of them, but these take a lot of damage, jeez. This kind of just seems like a waste of resources. Well, I need to get past here, so... Ugh. Missed the dodge. Okay. I guess I'll try acid rounds on them. So I gotta go back out and get the speed key. I do like that pistols stay fairly viable throughout the most Resident Evil games. Too, given that we don't need to reread that. Regular gunpowder. So that was a different drop than we got last time. Last time we got, I think, handgun bullets. Oh, there's no diary or anything there. Large gunpowder. Handgun ammo. I really feel like this dude's alive. No. Or, well, not alive, but undead. Oh, speaking of zombie things.
To begin vaccine synthesis, place the materials in the chamber.
Alright, so we don't have any.
I have to make it myself? Alright, gotta figure this out.
Jill, didn't you read the note? I guess technically she didn't, but
What have we here?
she just picked it up and immediately stowed it.
Override key removed.
Oh, nowhere to put it. So... Okay. Anyway, speaking of zombie-related media, I rewatched Land of the Dead yesterday for fun, which is the fourth Dead movie by George Romero after Day of the Dead. And it's still pretty good. It's like... all the Dead movies are like a little hokey in some ways, but Land of the Dead in particular has some like kind of like really hokey bits, but not necessarily in a bad way. But I mean, I hadn't seen it in a really long time, pretty much since it came out way back in, I don't even remember when that came out, 2000 something. But it has like Anthony Hopper, sorry, Dennis Hopper. I'm thinking of Anthony Hopkins. It has Dennis Hopper. The guy from The Mentalist, I forget his name. The main actor from The Mentalist, which is not a show that I've watched extensively, but is a face I recognize because he was in a lot of ads for The Mentalist. Basically, I remember seeing a lot of ads for The Mentalist. So before all of this, let us heal and figure out what I want to do with my gunpowders. And I bring up Land of the Dead because I was watching the trailer for Peninsula, the upcoming sequel to Train to Busan. I don't know if it's a direct sequel, but it's a movie in the Train to Busan universe that is after Train to Busan. So it is a sequel. But it gave me some real Land of the Dead vibes. But obviously with a much, much, much bigger scale and a much higher budget than Land of the Dead. Right, this guy. Well, we can actually we'll just shotgun you. Ugh. Happened again. Okay. We're still fine, but just barely. Pillhead is real far up there. Alright, so the Magnum, I think that actually put it down, like, in one shot. Yeah, so that might not be a bad way to go. I'm also going to try acid rounds. See how that does. That doesn't seem super effective. Magnum might be the way to go. I don't want to waste too many Magnum rounds, though. Oh, let's try a shotgun blast. Follow up. So the thing with Paleheads is that they slow down the more you hit them. So, okay, this one's not down, but it's slowed. I just don't want to waste too many Magnum rounds. On the other hand, this is the last area of the game, so probably is the place to waste them. And we probably will need more Magnum rounds than shotgun rounds or grenade rounds. Sorry, more shotgun rounds than either of the other two. Probably don't even need to land a headshot there. I can probably just... Oh man, really? Okay, I guess I did need to land a headshot there. Go down, jeez. It's even still affected by the acid. I know it's kind of a waste to kill all of these enemies. Like, that's not necessarily what Resident Evil's all about, but like, really? This is a lot of punishment. Sounds like there's even another one over there, jeez. Alright, this is ridiculous. Come on, really? Stay down. Gonna stab this in the butt until it dies. Is it immune? Is it immortal? What is happening here? This is like way too much punishment. This thing should have been dead already. There's no way that this is intentional. Is the knife, like, healing it? What's happening here? Please, die. Alright, whatever. Oh my gosh, really? It's still not down? Can the, maybe, That's incredible. There's only 2 shotgun shells? Alright, well... Let me think about this. Alright, Alarin says, I was looking at Chris Redfield just a bit ago and found out that Romero was at one point the one directing the first Resident Evil movie, which I did not know. Yeah, I did know that. He was, like, pretty involved with the development of the original movie, and then he wasn't. They didn't like his treatment for the movie, I think. If I recall correctly, that was the case. But I don't know exactly. I can't believe that that thing is still going. That's incredible. That doesn't seem right. Weapon authorization request. Dr. Emerson. So they're just requesting weapons to deal with paleheads. Yeah, so, like, I know that the paleheads are supposed to be, like, really resilient. That's fine, but, like, that seemed a little excessive that I couldn't put that palehead down at all.
An antigen sample. I'll definitely need this for the vaccine.
Nope, you're not dead. Are you? Maybe you are. Related to that, when Wentworth Miller was hired to play Chris, his research into the characters was looking at pictures of Chris on Google. That's very funny. So our inventory is full up at the moment. Okay, there's another one gonna plop down up there. So it probably is good that I made Magnum rounds. They seem the most effective in putting paleheads down. Yeah, I'll stick with the setup for now. But yeah, Peninsula looks like it's going to have some similar stuff going on to Land of the Dead. Sorry I got so sidetracked there by trying to kill that palehead. Post-apocalypse, of course. So it didn't matter that that wasn't a fully zoomed in headshot. Okay, I think it's down now. Well, gee, that took quite a lot of effort. I put 3 Magnum rounds into that one, didn't I? It's happening. Our worst case scenario. The T-virus has somehow leaked. Manufacturer mass quantities of vaccine under orders from Dr. Bard. Culture of antigen, combine it with an adjuvant. Should be able to produce enough to save all surviving citizens. Store in the incubation lab. Um, Land of the Dead is very like, I mean, all of I don't know what people's exposure to George Romero movies is, but he's generally pretty socially conscious with his movies. Like he has said that Night of the Living Dead, the original one, is mostly about racism, largely. He has also Dawn of the Dead is about like consumerism. Day of the Dead is about militarism, I think, and like military culture. Land of the Dead is about class disparity, and it's very clear that that's what it's about. I think Peninsula is, I think, either inspired partially by some of the things from Land of the Dead, or else is hitting similar territory. Acid rounds, huh? Well, maybe we'll switch to those. Sorry to do so much inventory management running back and forth, but... Yeah, we got a lot of... It's throwing so much, like, handgun ammo at me. I probably should just put away the shotgun and stick to the handgun. I can make so much ammo for it. That seems like a mistake, though. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know, I think I'm gonna stick to the shotgun for now. Sorry to deliberate so much on this. Oh, and then, do I actually want to switch to acid rounds? No, I think I'm good. George Romero made two other movies after Land of the Dead, which I haven't seen. Diary of the Dead and Survival of the Dead. I haven't seen either of those, and I don't really know anything about either of them. I've read the plot summaries. That's about all I've done.
This must be what powers it.
Please be magnum ammo or shotgun shells. First aid spray is not bad. Music here is good. I like, again, I want to say that I really appreciate that they did like remixes of the Resident Evil 3 music from the original game, because the music was good, and the music is good in Resident Evil 2. So I was sad when Resident Evil 2 basically didn't have any Resident Evil music in it. Ah, a land of tyrants. Yeah, There's a hunter lab. Maybe we should go grab some acid rounds. One more trek through this room. Sorry, everybody. But it's pretty clear that they gave me those acid rounds for a reason. There's going to be at least one hunter that pops out of a tube. Onlerin says, the only Dead movie I've seen was the Zack Snyder remake from 2004. Yeah, that's fair. That's, I think, a lot of people... It's only Romero movie, or sorry, a Dead movie that they've seen that is not a Romero movie. Let's see. how many other acid rounds do I have? One acid round. Okay, this should be fine. Few entire spaces. We don't need this first aid spray either. May as well make a safety save. I have seen that movie, the Dawn of the Dead 2004 movie. It's not that bad. Why you would then pick that person to go on to direct things like Watchmen and I guess 300 is not that big of a question mark, but it's beyond me. Zack Snyder's not a great director in my opinion. I don't want to get too into the weeds here with director talk, but Dawn of the Dead is pretty solid, the 2004 movie. It's not great, and I don't like it compared to a lot of other zombie movies, in particular just straight up George Romero movies, but for what it is, it's pretty okay. And it doesn't do a terrible job with some of the core ideas from the original movie. But the original movie has a really different approach to most of its themes, and that's part of the reason that I like it. It's a lot more slapsticky, and is a lot more. It's not that it's less subtle, but the ways in which it's social commentary about consumerism differ from the 2004 movie are like pretty interesting in my opinion. Don't have time for all of you. Sorry. What does this make? Acid rounds? Yeah. Why would you choose him to make Superman? Yeah, no idea. I don't particularly like Bryan Singer's Superman movies either, but he definitely was a better choice than Zack Snyder. I don't know. I mean, and that's not to give too much credit to Bryan Singer, who is not a great human being for reasons I will not get into in the stream. All right, let's do some reading. Senior Fellow Dr. Frankel, allow me to send my heartfelt congratulations to you and your colleagues at Umbrella Europe for completing Nemesis. So Nemesis is European. That's why he's so much more sophisticated than the Tyrant, I guess. That's just a stereotype of Europeans. There are plenty of unsophisticated Europeans. Thank you very much. By turning to the use of parasites, you are setting a dangerous precedent. Viruses can be kept in check. Sure. I believe an effective vaccine can be developed for any virus on Earth, with abundant funding and a bounty of samples, of course. Excuse me. Can you say the same for parasites, however? Doctors have tried in vain to develop a vaccine for malaria. Parasites like Plasmodium are far more genetically complex than the T-virus, and to think they will submit to control is utter folly. I mean, this is, science fiction, but it's not entirely untrue that it would probably be harder to, if you were trying to out and out control something, a parasite would be more difficult because it is a much more complex organism, but complexity doesn't necessarily have anything to do with control. Viruses aren't even alive, so it's also really difficult to kill viruses. Can a virus be killed is a pretty standard, basic, philosophical question about the nature of life and viruses. Bacteria, antibiotics kill bacteria because bacteria are complex enough to die. They respirate, they reproduce in a way that's on the same level as other things we consider alive. They have living characteristics. Viruses don't. And that's what makes them so much harder to fight a lot of the time. It's because you can treat symptoms, but you can't necessarily stop a virus. Anyway, this is also, I guess, supposed to just be like foreshadowing for Resident Evil 4. Perhaps in your country, consumers are willing to buy automobiles with no brakes, but here in America, they know better. Oh, that's also not true. Honlin says, I wish I was simple enough to be immortal. Yeah, I know. Isn't that just how it goes? Immortality and simplicity? In the meantime, I shall be exploring medical solutions to this hubristic problem you've foisted on us. Nathaniel Bard, PhD.
So it's called the Nemesis.
Okay. Just another... Oh, hey. Mega Man. Hey there, Mega Man. Oh yeah, Mega Man. Man, I got a Mega Man fan in here, in this office. Onlauren says, isn't RE7 also about parasites, or is that fungus? I think RE7's about fungus. I haven't actually played RE7 though, so I don't know if I'm right.
An adjuvant sample. These are combined with antigens to increase immune system response.
Onlauren says, that's what we needed to take on the zombies, a super fighting robot. I agree. Super fighting robot. Anyway, I recommend that if you have not seen the original Dawn of the Dead, you seek it out and watch it. It is good. Oh, they're both still alive. Oh, more, huh? Am I gonna have to fight all of them? Well, okay. Okay, just those two. So where's the mixer? It's up there, that's right. Let's see. Put explosive rounds back in here. I'm gonna stow my acid rounds. Let's do this. Get the culture sample out. Okay. The original Dawn of the Dead has some real classic moments in it. It has a classic song, The Gonk, which goes like dun 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 dun, which you may be familiar with from the end of Probably need to reread that document, but I also probably might need this. Nope, I can't take it. Okay, so let's reread that document. Okay. Yeah, you didn't really miss much. I just didn't do the vaccine right. Oh, okay. So I just need to combine these and then synthesize. I misremembered as needing to put them into the machine to mix it. Oh, let's consult the document again. Oh, I see. Oops. Yeah, I wasn't really clear on what exactly that was doing, so that was just guesswork. That is funny, I'll learn. Callie, do you mind turning the air down? It's like really hot in here. We did it! We saved... Uh-oh. I thought we saved Raccoon City, but it looks like the game's over. Joe, that seems really dangerous. You're stabbing right at your neck. So is this a final boss fight, or... escape at the facility? I'm pretty sure the Gonk is open, is public domain too. It's like an open license song. I think it was public domain at the time that it was used in Dawn of the Dead, but I'm not sure. Whoa, his tentacle just like evaporated. Onlearn says, Onlearn was looking up information on the Dawn of the Dead remake from 2004 and found out that Zack Snyder is making a new movie called Army of the Dead coming out this year. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll see if it comes out this year. There's a good chance it won't come out because nothing is coming out right now. Maybe it will come out at the end of the year, maybe. I don't even know what like movie studios are going to do as far as their release schedules given what's going on right now. Oh, it's being released on Netflix, says Onlerin. Yeah, then there's a good chance that it'll come out. First aid spray, high-grade gunpowder. Any other supplies in here? Lots of grenade rounds. Okay, so this is definitely going to be a big boss fight. Do we have any more high-grade gunpowder? We don't. We have... We can make some more shotgun shells. We don't think we can make any more magnum shells. This is also dropping us flame rounds. What do I have in here right now? Explosive rounds. Okay, I'm gonna take out some more flame rounds. I feel like I missed like a pouch somewhere along the way. I feel like I should have at least one more, or like 2 more inventory slots than I do. I'm gonna need more healing than this. May as well drop. Oh, can't store that. Okay. Sure, let's go with that for now. Oh. Disposals and protocols. Always confirm that no employees are in the chamber before beginning the dissolution process. Always use the regulated amount of solvent, regardless of the volume or mass being disposed of. If a test subject reacts violently, do not halt the disposal process. Leave the chamber filled for at least 12 hours, then check for complete dissolution before draining. Ah, this sounds like a puzzle boss fight.
What name is this place?
Okay, so this sounds like a puzzle boss fight. It sounds like we're gonna have to dissolve Nemesis. The vaccine.
Nikolai, don't! The city needs that vaccine!
More than I do. I don't think wisdom I've been trying to impart on you is getting through. Now I know you can't put a price on life. But I'm in this business to get paid. So let's make a deal. You go down there, head to the Nemesis, and I'll recall it all and sell the combat done. Put on a good show, and maybe I don't need the vaccine. Agreed? Good.
Guys, I think Nikolai might be not a good person. Oh. You really bowled me over there. Did I lose a set of flame rounds? No? Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, man.
Jill, is that you?
Carlos?
You're okay.
Let me spot for you.
Good idea.
Helmican Answer says, giving him the same excuse as combat data, which is the same excuse as Wesker, seems really silly, but it is Resident Evil. Yeah, also, like, combat data is, like, a really, really common... to me, it seems like a really common Japanese trope too. Like there's some, I don't know if it's like based in historical like stuff with like, oh, I should have brought some fucking mine rounds, huh? That would have been great.
Watch it, you've got company.
Really? Like what? Ugh, really? Come on.
He's hiding behind tank 4.
Tank 4? Where's tank 4? Okay.
Number 4.
What do I need to do? Oh. Oh, he was up on tank 4, I see. I just needed to dodge, but that wasn't really...
Hold on.
Oh, jeez. No, I died. Honoran says, turns out that Resident Evil just means the current evil person that is residing here that has the same goals and motivations. Helmet condenser. Velodrome time. Okay, that was a big hint from the game right there about shooting out switches. So maybe let's rethink our setup. We can't leave this. I feel like I'm missing like 1 or 2 pouches. I don't know if that's just... I feel like I should take the Magnum with me, but in this case, it seems more useful to take this gun to shoot out switches. And then... I don't know, I feel like I should just rethink my entire strategy. Yeah, let's try this. And I'll make an additional save. Yeah, I figured that's what it was saying. I just didn't want to waste shotgun rounds on shooting the tanks because apparently zombies are going to show up in the middle of the fight too. So I was just like, oh man, like if you're going to have me do this, you need to give me resources to do it. Like, skip this. No, these are my explosive rounds. Let's change to flame rounds. Oh, he got me. I dodged way too early there. Ugh, jeez. That comes out pretty fast.
Jill, is that you?
Carlos?
You're okay.
Let me spot for you.
Good idea.
Ugh, that was so low.
Watch it, you've got company.
Oh, I wasn't watching it. Oh god, I'm still not watching it. I should watch it a little more.
Here comes some more.
Oh god, he fell on me. Ugh. Yeah, he has a weak spot visible when he fell. I'm just getting comboed here. Nope, I'm probably dead. I'm not dead. Okay.
Chill! Hold on!
Where'd he go?
Got some more incoming!
They're also... Oh, jeez. This is one of those boss fights where it's just like... they're throwing too much at you. And it's not even that it's too much, it's just that like the addition of like zombies is just... Yeah, the zombie would probably be the best for the Magnum would probably be best for the zombies. I probably don't need the shotgun at all. That's probably a good call. Probably doesn't even matter if I take mine rounds with me, honestly. I probably should just use the tank thing and just use that time to clear out the zombies instead of focusing on... I guess it depends on what I want to do. If I want to go straight at Nemesis, then I should focus on my supplies for getting as many hits in on Nemesis as possible. But if I want to give myself some breathing room when the zombies show up, I should probably not worry about mine rounds. Oh my god. Well, that hasn't hit me before, that's why I didn't bother dodging.
Jill, is that you?
Well, I managed to get that shot off before he roared, but...
Watch it, you've got company!
Oh, sorry, my, where'd he go?
Here comes some more! On your left!
Oh, man.
Got some more incoming!
Where all these supplies keep going? Oh,
Number 5! I got this! Not what I intended to hit. But I'll
Alright, this is going a lot better so far. I'm running out of grenade rounds, and Jill's not reloading for some reason.
Here comes some more.
Oh, jeez, I wasn't paying attention at all. Oh my god. I couldn't get into my menu for some reason. Alright, so this isn't a bad loadout, I think. I feel like I do have a few too many grenades to cycle through. This fight doesn't seem that hard, there's just a lot to manage. If it was just Tyrant, it wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really that he did so much damage to me that I needed to heal, like, immediately. It's just that when he landed on me, I was stun locked and I couldn't get into my menu to actually heal before he got another hit on me. Yeah, the Magnum is doing a lot of damage. I feel like it's kind of a waste to use it on the zombies when I could be focusing on Tyrant, but that's... or on Nemesis, but that's okay, I guess. Acid rounds may also be better than explosive rounds, but I don't know. Oh god, I hate it. I really hate it when when the grenades whiff by like a pixel. Yeah, that's really hard to dodge.
Jill, is that you?
Yeah, I'm gonna like not focus on the zombies because they just don't matter that much.
Watch it, you've got company.
I just need to monitor where exactly they are. It's the wrong gun. Okay, that's fine. Whoops. Yeah, when he goes for like his jog, it seems like it's totally fine.
Here comes some more.
Oh, he missed it. That sucks. Right, where is he? Oh, it wasn't armed yet, that's why. Probably. Yeah, that was too low.
Hiding behind tank one. Now, rip that fucker apart.
What? Oh, there he is. I was like, where is he? Oh, he keeps standing up so fast. I really love how comical the like zombies disappearing is when they die in like an area where it's too.
He's behind number 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Number 4! I got this. Not what I intended to hit. But I'll take it. Yeah! Got some more incoming! Behind you!
I don't know where the zombies are. So I should probably figure that out. Okay, there's one. Ugh, jeez. Oh man. Am I out of rounds? Yeah, I got one mine round left, okay.
Here comes some more! Jill! Here comes a crane. Use it to climb up.
Come on.
Okay, so that was most of the grenades that I brought into the battle with me, but all in all, I think I had enough munitions to deal with that battle. It just was mostly managing the zombies that was a problem.
I'm gonna melt this fucker into mush.
Carlos, do not use more than the recommended amount of solvent. Oh right, you didn't see the memo because I took it. Surely this couldn't produce any bad results.
Go ahead.
There's no way that that could be bad.
Nikolai? Where did you go?
Okay.
I have to get that vaccine back.
The memo said not to alter the recommended amount of solvent regardless of mass, which is pretty funny. Let's see. So, do you want to take the shotgun back with us? I'm gonna grab more grenades. I think I'll just stick with this setup and wait, did I accidentally bring mine rounds? That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do to do acid rounds. Okay, that's probably fine. I don't think I need the shotgun. Just stick with the pistol for now. Oh, what's that? Oh, gunpowder. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good with this for now. Elegant says, might as well bring more health. We know we're near the end. That's a good point. May as well bring more health. Yeah, I'll leave a little bit of space just in case there are items that show up that we need. First aid spray. Weapon spec sheet. Ferromagnetic infantry use, next generation railgun. Development codename Finger. Okay. Ammo caliber 16mm. Muzzle velocity 6,000 meters a second. Suppression of new bioweapons in case of outbreak. Seems like an overkill weapon. So extreme firepower provides a secondary benefit of completely obliterating the target, leaving no trace behind. User feedback. This thing is totally rad. Tyrants out of line? Just give them the finger and problem solved. What a 90s ass entry. Packs the firepower we need. It would be even better if there was a way to control the output. Mobility may prove to be problematic in the field. Perhaps its platform could be refined? It requires multiple power sources. May be difficult to secure in practice. Could you consolidate to a single power source? Alright, so we're going to pick up the railgun. Yeah, this is fine. Let's save again just because... Why is it finger and not finger? Good question. Style. Yeah, that's a railgun, alright. I guess. Not that there are many railguns that exist in real life to compare it to.
It's done.
Yo,
Give
he
me
got
the
a
vaccine,
PPK.
you son of a bitch.
No. You give it money. I like it.
I think. It might be a different gun. It might be Russian, but...
Now drop the gun.
Yeah, that would presumably be the reason Helmet Condenser, the G is the same in the same word as the E. Oh, wonderful. How's this for combat data?
Have you ever seen anything so incredible? The data on this would be worth millions. But you know how it is. City's about to explode, and you can't put a price on life. Good luck.
This city is about to explode.
Joe!
Go after Nikolai. He's got the vaccine.
What about you?
We're running out of time. I've got this.
I know you do.
Look. Now what?
This is extremely anime.
Please react to power sources.
One of the power sources is jammed.
Needs power.
Wow. So I gotta like maneuver around Nemesis while it's doing this, huh? Oh, jeez. Okay.
Felt that, did you? How about some more?
Man, I can't even tell when it's like winding up. Honestly. Oh god. That seems bad. Yep, that was an instant kill. Wow, this is very graphic. Online says they should have just named it Finger like it's a website designed in the 2010s. Helmet Condenser. Classic big monster. Weak points. Alright, there is no point in bringing this pistol. We may as well bring some more grenades with us. Probably more healing. And it might be worth it to bring the shotgun, but it kind of seems like we're mostly just going to be dodging anyway, so Let me rearrange some shortcuts. Yes, that's better. I mean, maybe I do need to bring the pistol, but I might need more ammunition. So it kind of seems like maybe the thing to do is yeah, I just don't have that much more ammo for it. So I'm guessing probably what I need to do is hit its weak points so that it's stunned, and then deal with the power cells, because I'm just getting punched if I sit there and do it. On the other hand, I might be able to get by attempting to do that before it's stunned, and then dodging when it's going to hit me.
Felt that, did you? How about some more?
Oof. Should have paid better attention. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Ugh, so I could. Okay, so it didn't let me dodge fast enough. Try one more time. Nope. Okay, I can't. I just can't. It just takes too long. Alright, so that's one. Jill, reload your gun, please. Oh, right, I don't have any more ammunition. So let's do this one first.
Go ahead! I'm gonna put you right back on your ass.
Power source remaining.
Okay, so weak points have returned. Alright, out of magnum ammo.
All power sources activated. Powering
You think I don't know how to fuck you up?
This is very also Aliens now, again.
Come on! Next time, take the fucking hit!
God, I can't imagine what this is going to be like on the higher difficulties, like Nightmare and Inferno. I've already heard streamers that I follow complaining, like, not complaining, but wondering, like, what this fight's going to be like
Good riddance.
when I was, like, watching the VODs of their release day streams. Alright, yeah, that was, like, exactly enough ammunition. I'm going to save a video of that because it's very, very funny to me. Excuse me. Alright, so I guess we're going this way? Nope. That's cool. Let me take a screenshot because it's cool. Wow, cool, video games, awesome, neat. Online says, I can't imagine being Jill now, having all that gross zombie blood raining down into her open mouth. Alright, where the hell do I go? Yep, map time. I'll dip into the map in a second. Gave us a lot of handgun ammo. I guess it was expecting us to use most of it on most of our magnum ammo on, Nemesis. Alright, so I guess we're going this way. Nope, that's cool. Let me take a screenshot because it's cool. Wow, cool, video games, awesome, neat. Online says, I can't imagine being Jill now, having all that gross zombie blood raining down into her open mouth. Alright, where the hell do I go?
You think I don't know how to fuck you up?
Map time. There's a ladder over here. Okay. Yeah, not sure how I was gonna find that without looking at the map. I would have found it eventually, but... Carlos, where's Carlos? I really hope there aren't any, like, bobbleheads. There probably aren't in this section, just because I don't think there were in this portion of the game in RE2, like the escape-ish sequence.
I can still catch him.
But Jill, all you have is a grenade launcher. That would be a good place to hide a bobblehead. Alright, this is probably the end. Oh my god, Carlos is dead.
I'm not going to stop. Promised you this, didn't
No! Do you have any idea what you've just done?
I? Oh no. Okay. My client ordered me to reduce umbrella to run.
10 minutes until missile
Ah.
impact.
The missile has launched. That is my response. Goodbye. Small account. Shame you didn't listen to me when you had a chance.
Carlos is alive. Nikolai's a much better fighter.
Jill! Shoot him!
I can't! I'll hit you!
Do it! You have to! There's no other way.
Carlos!
Hey, I told you I couldn't leave me in a Carlos's world. That would just be too cool.
I was trying to hit him in the head, but it was hard.
About him.
I wonder if there's a different cutscene if you manage to get him in the head.
There's a price tag with everything. Even letting the world burn. I'll tell you. You get me out. I'll pay you whatever you want. You're a fool! My guy! You'll never find out the truth!
I don't mind a little detective work.
So Jill and Carlos escape to fight another day. But where's Barry?
Jill, you alright?
There he is.
Now, if only the helicopter had crashed at the Spencer Mansion, which is destroyed at this point, but Amiga says, good thing their helicopter is very durable. Onlern says, that helicopter is most definitely not rad safe.
As the heat from the blast washed over us. All this death wasn't caused by a monster making a virus. It was good.
Onlern says, they're all going to get radiation poisoning and probably cancer.
I decided then and there, the ashes of Raccoon City, the Umbrella's ashes too. I would end them once and for all.
I believe that, according to the in-game lore or whatever, it's a quote-unquote thermobaric bomb. I don't think that it necessarily equates to a nuclear bomb. Don't really know what they mean by thermobaric, honestly, but... Alright, so that was Resident Evil 3 on standard difficulty. No, this game also calls it a thermobaric bomb. It didn't really go out of its way to explain that it's not nuclear, but it is still supposed to be the same kind of bomb as in the original game. So it's not nuclear. And I forget in the original game timeline and lore, Umbrella helps cover up the destruction of Raccoon City. I forget exactly what their reasoning is. I think that they claim that the city was not bombed, but I don't remember exactly. I can't remember if they claim that the city was not bombed and have some other explanation, or if they explain that the city was bombed and just have a reason for why that happened. Can someone look up whether or not you can actually, like, get Nikolai in the head there at the end? Is there, like, a different cutscene that plays out, or is it always just, does he just get shot through and through, hitting Carlos, and then just have some banter with Jill? Helmigan Enter says, the news report at the end of the original suggests the world knows the city was deliberately destroyed, but... Yeah, I mean, but it's also like, you know, the whole thing with the Resident Evil games where things that things that are presented as factual at the end of a game or in the middle of a game sometimes get retconned by the next game. Helmigan Answer says, I think there's only one cutscene. I'll look. Yeah, I think there's probably only one cutscene. As far as I can tell, there's like no alternate endings or anything, which is a little sad because the original did have alternate endings. Onlern said, I looked and it doesn't seem like there's an alternate cutscene. Okay, good to know. Which means that speedrunners are probably just going to immediately, like, as soon as you have control of the crosshairs, just go straight for a center mass shot, which, you know, is what you would probably do in real life anyway, so... Anyway, I enjoyed this game. I thought it was good. There are a lot of people saying it's not as good as Resident Evil 2 Remake, and I think that that's kind of true. But I think that it's a very different game. If it were going for the same style of gameplay as Resident Evil 2 Remake was, which was a lot more horror-focused, I might be inclined to say that it's a weaker entry, and it's definitely not... I feel like there's definitely ways in which it is weaker than Resident Evil 2 Remake, but it's not because it's inferior. It's because the game is so different. Helmigan Answer says, this game is the action movie version of RE2, which I think it does well. And Online says, this seemed like a much shorter game than RE2. Yes, I think it was much shorter. And I think part of that is because it's very action-focused and has a lot of railroading in a way that RE2 didn't. RE2 really wanted you to get lost in the RPD and spend a lot of time wandering around. And a lot of its environments were designed that way too. Like, the sewers was designed to be pretty sprawling, and even like the end Umbrella Nest section was, well, not like as labyrinthian as like the RPD, was still more like slow-paced traversal. Than there's a lot more fetching in RE2 Remake than there is in this game. This game has like no puzzles and has almost no real fetching that you have to do. And any fetching that you have to do is resolved really fast. Like, the main fetch thing that I even think I had to do was the battery in the sewers. And the sewers, if you're playing really fast, is probably like less than 10 minutes of gameplay in this game. Answer said, it's definitely short. I think the typical clear time is 4 hours. Yeah, I was seeing a lot of people who were playing, at least on hardcore for their first playthrough, typically coming in and around between 6 and 8 hours on a first playthrough. And I think that's like the real time, not the in-game timer, because the in-game timer is much shorter because it doesn't count cutscenes as part of the playtime. And also the fuses in that one room. That's true, the fuses were like that, but that was also a really short section, and there's actually an achievement for doing it in 5 minutes. So like, it's really like, it's designed to be really fast, I think. I kind of think in some ways they were also anticipating speedrunning in a way that Resident Evil 2 I don't think was. Like, a lot of the differences in this game, I don't feel them very much as far as like them being a step back. Some people I think were upset that they took out the assist weapons, or like the I forget what exactly they're called, but you know, knives and grenades, similar to how in RE1 if you got grabbed you could shove a grenade in a zombie's mouth to get away. That's not in this game, but that's fine because one, you have a knife that lasts forever, and two, you have a dodge move, and if you learn how to use the dodge move really well, which I wasn't doing very well at the end, it's kind of a moot point. And it's also nice to like, you know, not have to sit there for a couple of seconds and debate whether or not to use a grenade. The tension that brings in RE2 Remake is okay, but sometimes it got on my nerves. Helmet Condenser says, the defense items I always disliked, honestly, and I think the dodge is kind of weird, but is a better solution conceptually. Yeah, I agree. And I feel like the dodge is well executed in this game. Definitely better than it is in the original RE3. One of the main complaints I think I would have about this game is that Jill didn't get to go to RPD like she does in the original one, but that's fine. I don't really mind that much. Alright, let's see what grade we got. Probably like a C, yeah. So yeah, that says total playtime 724, but clear time is 618, because total playtime includes time in menus and time in cutscenes, and clear time does not. But my clear time is much closer than some other people's. I've seen people with clear times of like around 5 hours with a playtime of around 8 hours. Alright. Yeah, this is definitely a much shorter game. It's much more linear. It's much more focused on combat, I think. Shop has been unlocked. You can now purchase items from the shop, which is accessible via the main menu. Points used to unlock items can be earned by completing in-game challenges. View them in the record screen. So, yes, now there's a shop. I knew about this too. So we've gotten a lot of stuff. There's just some challenges you can do that really increase, like, they're really going out of their way to try to increase replay value, which is nice. I actually think it's great. And there's a lot of stuff to unlock. Let's take a look at the shop real quick. So it costs 2,000 to get Jill in her stars gear, which of course I'm going to get immediately. So these coins are something that's interesting to me. Recovery coin gradually regenerate health when held. That's interesting. Defense coin increases your defense when held. Carry 2 to increase the effect. Assault coin increases your attack power. Crafting companion, while held, increases the amount of ammo gained when crafting. So this is a kind of a callback to the original game. It's not even a callback. It's just a direct thing from the original game where Jill had like the loader or whatever that you could craft through. Field combat manual. Manual of compiled stars close range combat knowledge, edited by Chris Redfield. Well held, physical feats such as perfect dodge become easier to perform. Interesting. Okay. So these are probably both worth getting. So it's interesting that these things just show up at the beginning of the game now, I think, if you unlock them. The Hot Dogger. Umbrella developed anti-bioweapon knife is used by those who like to show off. The blade can be superheated, causing the target to burst into flames. Samurai Edge, Jill's classic handgun. The Raiden, energy-based weapon developed by Umbrella based on an airborne electrical phenomenon. It possesses great stopping power, but only when targeting enemy weak points. Infinite MUP handgun, a very well-balanced 16-shot 9mm handgun. Pinpoint accuracy has led to its adoption by countless militaries. So this, I think, is based on a USP. It's infinite. Infinite Cobra assault rifle, the Infinite M4 we can unlock. Some of these require a lot of points to get, so it's an incentive to like get through and play the game. On the other hand, by the time you unlock some of these things, is it really fun to use them? I think yes. I spent my time playing RE2, clearing hardcore for both Claire and Leon with S+ ranks to unlock all the infinite weapons and everything, and it was a lot of fun. And it was still fun to go in and mess around with the weapons. I didn't spend much time with the Ghost Survivors that came out afterward, but I did play through the fourth Survivor, the Hunk, like mini storyline you can play through. You have to escape through the RPD, and I played through Tofu once, but I didn't finish that. And then actually maybe I did finish Tofu, and then I didn't go through the rest of the other things you can unlock after you beat Tofu. So I'm gonna grab that because that's gonna be basically my preferred outfit for the rest of the game. This would probably be good to get. Hip pouches would probably be good. I should probably get like one hip pouch. Alright, and that's all we can get right now. So yeah, there's a lot of unlockables. I think not quite as many as RE2, but there's still kind of a lot. We looked at most of this already. Let's see what's new. Anything? This is all not new. This is new. This is new. Yep, and that's everything. We got some other character models. We got Classic Jill. Oh, we have Stars Jill. I think that's all the models we've unlocked too. There's just those two Jill models. Online says, I was trying to catch some bugs, so I didn't see, but are there any of the more silly costumes you can put them in? So I don't know that there are any more costumes to unlock right now. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna go put Jill in Star's outfit. Maybe we'll go with classic Carlos. No, I don't know. Keep Carlos as is. But I am gonna just load into if we load, where's that gonna put us? Let's get this. I'm gonna start a new game on hardcore. Yeah, this game has a lack of costumes, unfortunately. There's always the chance they'll release more in the future as DLC. They haven't said anything about DLC yet, and I know that they're working on RE8 right now. Possibly, supposedly. Who knows? I suspect there will probably be one more batch of DLC for this game, but I don't know. It would make sense to, maybe a month or two from now, release another set of some costumes and maybe another extra gameplay mode. Maybe they will actually just patch in Mercenaries. Who knows? Like, maybe Mercenaries will be a thing. Just to get one more boost of interest, and then maybe make an announcement about the new Resident Evil game. But I don't know. I feel like they'll probably do one more pack of DLC. The fact that the only pre-order DLC that they had was the classic costumes, I think is a little sad. But this is also a much smaller game, and that's totally reasonable if they don't develop any more content for it. Alright, gonna skip this. And this is just the nightmare sequence. We can just skip right through this. That. Onlearn asks, when are we going to get Resident Evil Battle Royale game? I was actually going to make a joke about this. If you think about it, Resident Evil is a Battle Royale game.
3 more days, and I can kiss this town goodbye.
Because you're trying to escape the city, and only a couple people can do it, and Joe and Carlos are on the same team, and Nikolai doesn't get to make it out. But no, yeah, that's a good question. When are we going to get a Resident Evil Battle Royale game? I think if, what was that game called? Umbrella Corps or whatever? If that game had done better, maybe they would have done, maybe at this point we'd have a Resident Evil Battle Royale game. Helmgans asks, does this game ever explain what happened to Jill's dog? No, I don't think so. There's Jill, all starsed up and ready to go. So, I can't remember. I think Hardcore doesn't autosave, right? It did not in RE2. But there's now additional difficulties, so I don't know if that tracks for Hardcore now. There's no ink ribbons also. Ink ribbons are gone. So I feel like this version of Jill's costume is really cool. I wish the shoulder pads were a little bigger, but they're still pretty goofy.
Alright, I'm coming.
Helmgans says he thinks it does autosave. Well, we'll find out. So I mostly just want to see this outfit in action a little bit. I'm not going to spend much more time playing. It's just cool to see Jill in her classic RE1 outfit. And we just played through in the RE3 outfit from the original game. I really appreciate the Stars outfits from the original game. It's funny that they don't actually have like a uniform. They just kind of have their own clothes. Oh yeah, Onlearn says, thinking about how in your first playthrough you didn't kill Brad. Yeah, I didn't kill Brad, I let him live. I'm definitely going to change that because I looked up what you get for killing Brad. Oh no. Save him. Oh no. Anyway, I just wanted to check that out a little bit because I didn't do that the first time I played. I was really wrapped up in the spirit of the thing. Jill gets really banged up in this game. It's very action movie in a good way. You actually do get an achievement for killing Brad, but actually there's like you get his STARS ID card, and Carlos can use it to unlock those boxes that I was like, hey, when do I get the STARS ID card for this? And I thought it was probably going to be in the office. No, you get it from killing Brad. Elegant says, it'd be funny if you could ever lose the hat on this costume. Achievement for keeping a hat on for an entire game. That's a very L.A. Noire achievement. Get out of town.
Jill? Over here!
Brad,
You okay?
what was that thing?
Damned if I know. But right now it's got a hard-on for the only 2 stars left in town. You and me. I'm not sticking around. Just look around.
Honlerin says, Mario Odyssey should have the same achievement for keeping your hat on the whole game. Alright, so I mean, I didn't really take note of this the first time that I played, but at least they
This all happened so fast.
mentioned that you and Brad are the only 2 STARS members left in town. So presumably Barry is also not in town. He's probably out helping Chris or with his family. Look at that Top Gun ripoff up there.
Dreaming. How could this many people be infected? Brad! Here they come! There's so many.
Brad really doesn't seem like he's been trained very well. So Brad has his uniform on, but he doesn't have a gun on him or anything.
Don't think about it. We're gonna make a run for it.
Come on, Jill. We know how this ends.
No, I don't.
Are we still a team?
Always.
Then do me a favor. Don't fuck up like I do. Go!
Tommy Ninja says, Brad is the guy who really messed up in RE1, so I guess it's understandable. Yeah, and then their explanation for that is that he's a coward. Like, the whole reasoning for him messing up in RE1 is that he's just like a coward who immediately flies away as soon as like the team members are in trouble and start firing their guns. Which is like, get this guy off the team. He doesn't need to be on the team. Honlerin says, we're still a team, right? Immediately flies away.
Hey, come on. There's a helicopter waiting to take you to safety.
What safety? I'm not going out there.
The parking garage isn't far.
The only safe place is in here.
Okay, let me in. That guy really looks like Christopher Lloyd. I think someone may have commented on that before. Alright, we're just gonna try to get to the subway and then, probably call it an evening. Yeah, so sometimes like I really feel like I have the dodge in hand, and other times I don't feel like I have it down at all. But some of it is my fault. I feel like in general it's pretty consistent, and it's much more consistent than it ever was in the original RE3. To the point where like in RE3 it was just basically usually you did it by accident, and it wasn't actually useful most of the time. Alright, we don't need to watch this cutscene. Oh my gosh, what's happened? How did Nemesis even get up here? Did he destroy the helicopter? It's unclear still what happened to that helicopter. Did Nemesis jump up and, like, hit it?
Come on. Start, damn it! It's my turn, bitch!
Comic Adventure says, them not keeping Jill's reactions to the helicopter problems from the original is a tragedy. Yeah. It's a tragedy. I get that they wanted Carlos to have an expanded role in this game, but it's still a little sad that Jill doesn't get to go through the RPD as opposed to Carlos. It would have been nice. It's still a really short section of the game as it stands. I'm sure they could have figured out something else out for Carlos to do. Something else says, I really want to see that cutscene from outside the car. How did they choose to make the car bounce, etc.? Yeah, that'd be a really interesting thing to see. Hopefully an episode of Boundary Break will be coming up soon. He did a lot of work on RE2. He straight up will just dodge like your grenade rounds and stuff.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Name's Carlos. I'm saving you. Come on. Let's get you someplace safe.
For some reason I had the impression that Carlos was gonna die in this version of the game. I don't know why, but... Alright, I'm just gonna get to that first typewriter and then I'm gonna call the stream for tonight.
I think we're in the clear.
Hope so.
We've been bringing survivors here.
Here, where?
My guys have converted some subway cars into a shelter. It's safe.
I'm fine.
Personal space. Okay, I get it. Let's go. Oh, come on.
Alright.
Who's the dipshit that closed this? Sorry, we're gonna have to go around.
Wolf of the Battlefield.
Hey, what do you know about that monster?
Oh, Carlos. Let's move.
Like it, but it's no zombie.
Carlos repeatedly pointing his rifle at the person next to him.
Don't you
Look,
like
he's
that,
well
man?
trained, okay?
No thanks. He's all yours.
Listen, I promise you're in good hands. I'm with the Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Service. UBCS for short.
So we didn't really get much of a...
Fucking kidding me? You guys are the ones who caused all of this.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you talking about? You don't
I'm sure that they have a
trust me.
pretty standard
I'm going to
PMC training regimen.
You coming?
We don't really get much background on Carlos before he was in the Umbrella containment unit, but like, we get that journal from the one character who shoots him, who Nikolai shoots. Sorry, he doesn't shoot himself. About how he was like, you know, recruited out of prison, and also like went and shot up a bunch of like gang members.
Hey, Captain. This fine young lady could use our help.
Carlos, you didn't even think to ask fine young lady her name?
So now we both have
She is an
berets.
elite operative of RPD, Special Tactics and Rescue Service.
Hamagdenser says this cutscene is dramatically funnier in this costume. It is.
It's Jill.
Nice to meet you, Jill.
Carlos is busy.
I am UBCS platoon leader Mikhail Victor. My team was sent here to rescue civilians.
Right. How's that going for you?
The city is completely cut off, isolated. Most of the 100,000 civilians will wind up dead. Correction, undead. My platoon has suffered serious losses.
You know, I think it might be interesting if either as a story DLC or as a side game, we got to see a little bit more about like Carlos and Mikhail's squad, just as UBCS, because we don't really have a good sense for what UBCS did outside of this one operation.
But we need help. My men cannot do this alone.
Like, they can't all have just been like training forever and never actually seen any like field operations, right? But then what are their field operations like? Is it like aid? Are they just like literally a PMC that gets deployed to like war zones? But they're employed by Umbrella, so it's really, and they're specifically like a containment unit, so it's really unclear like what their actual like mission statement is. And Umbrella has multiple paramilitary groups under its command. Like it has whatever Hunks group is called, USS I think, and then they have an intelligence division too. Stair skating is still here. Speedrunning, pro tactics. So actually, let me check something really quick. I want to check how many more records I need to get, because I think I might have only missed one, but I'm not sure. Knock out the hats of at least 28 zombies. So yeah, there's gather all the fuses in the warehouse within 5 minutes. Collect all weapon parts. I missed one, and I know exactly which one it was. It was the one in Carlos's story. Bookworm. I missed 6 documents. Okay. Interesting. And several... I only hit like 3 of those Charlie bobblehead dolls.
Jill? It's me again. You topside yet?
Working on it. So what's the plan?
The old tanks got me clearing the tracks. You mind getting the subway infrastructure back online?
And how do I do that?
Let's start by restoring power. I'll navigate you to the substation once you hit the main road.
Copy that. Let's do this fast.
Oops. Shoot. I didn't mean to waste a bullet there. Just trying to use my knife, but it was in the wrong slot. Gunpowder. Gunpowder. Herb. Herb. Yeah, I know. Okay, anything else in here we can grab? So I wonder where that hip pouch shows up. So I know that there... that might be the one. There's one there that I don't think is there normally. Alright. Let's make a new save. And I think that's where I'm going to call it for the night. So thanks everybody for stopping by. It's been fun. Goodbye from Jill. Goodbye from myself. It says, I'd be interested to know what cities they referenced for this game. Yeah, me too. It's still supposed to be a Midwestern town. I'd really like to know. But anyway, have a good night, everybody. I will talk to you later.